welcome back. This week we're going to start out by learning some questions. I'll speak and you answer. You can also join in by trying to memorize the questions and answers, and then later you can make your own dialogue. So Jonathan, 이름이 뭐야?
제 이름은 조나탄이에요. 누나는 이름이 어떻게 되세요?
If I'm a lot older than you, you could also use 성함 instead of 이름.
네 누나. 근데 이름이 뭐예요?
내 이름은 빅토리아야. Notice that I use 한말 and Jonathan uses 존댓말. Normally, an older Korean will tell you if and when it's okay to use 반말. Until then, try to be polite and use 존댓말 to avoid big mistakes.
누나, 몇 살이야?
나는 비밀이야. 너는 몇 살이야?
저는 23살이에요. And to much older people, you can say 연세가 어떻게 되세요? Right?
But now we need to start getting used to Korean numbers. Basically, there are two sets of numbers, Sino-Korean and Pure Korean. We'll use the Pure Korean numbers to talk about age. For 1 to 10, it's 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
And then it's 열하나, 열둘, 열셋, 열넷, 열다섯, 열여섯, 열일곱, 열여덟, 열아홉, 스물.
And then it's 스물하나, 스물둘, 스물셋, and so on. For now, let's just learn these ones. So, 동생, 어디서 왔어?
저는 영국에서 왔어요. 저는 런던 사람이에요.
아하, 나는 미국 사람이야. 하지만 런던에 살고 있어.
But you didn't repeat the 나는 in the I'm living in England part, right? But 나는 means I.
Yes, that's because in Korean, the subject, or in this case, the pronouns are often omitted from the sentence, but the sentence is contextually understood.
So I don't always have to say 나는.
Right. And to me, you should use 저는, because I am your Nuna and I demand respect.
Sorry, Nana. So anyway, there are lots of places you can come from. Like 미국, 영국, 한국, 일본, 중국, 프랑스, 러시아, 인도, 태국, 스위스, 독일.
Okay, we don't have time to go through every country. Right now, let's just try to remember that in many country names, you'll find the word 국, which means land or country. So, how would we then say the languages of those countries, 동생?
You just add or 말, right? So, 미국어, 영국어, 한국어, 일본어, 중국어, 프랑스어, 러시아어, 인도어, 태국어, 스위스어, 독일어.
Yes, very good. All can also be added to pretty much all of these countries, but 말 is usually used only for a few countries, like 한국말. 영국말 is technically not incorrect, but you're likely to hear 영국어 or 영어 much more often.
누나, rest time 주세요. Can't we take a little break?
No. But you mentioned something useful. The 주세요 is translated as please or please give. We will talk about using it with verbs later, but let's learn some simple nouns with it. Can you try 동생?
I guess I'll have to. 밥 주세요. 물 주세요. 맥주 주세요. 돈 주세요. 얼판말 밥 줘. 물 줘. 맥주 줘. 돈 줘.
Excellent. And notice the word order too. In English, it would be, please give me water. But in Korean, the syntax is literally, water, please give. Or simply, water give. Verbs usually go to the end of sentences. And obviously, since Nuna gives you water, what should you say?
Thank you.
In Korean?
Alright. There's 고맙습니다. 감사합니다. For very formal and polite. 고마워요. For slightly less polite. And 고마워 when using 반말. I also saw on a Korean website simply 기억시옷 written, which is internet slang.
Yes, so don't use it in our lessons, Jonathan. If I want to, then I could say 전만해요 or 괜찮아요, translating to you're welcome or that's okay.
Okay. Now can we take a rest? This is quite a lot for beginners, and my head is spinning.
Well, if you insist. But let's wrap up with the key points of today's lesson. 존댓말 and 반말. Even if you remember nothing from the expressions and vocabulary we've covered, try to remember at least that the 요 ending reflects in 존댓말, and that 저는 goes with this speech style. And then that not using 요, which would be 반말, and that 나는 often goes with that speech style.
Yep. It's very important that you remember this big difference in the language. And you don't want to speak rudely to a Korean grandpa, for example. It's better to try and save the embarrassment by learning polite speech and using it as much as possible. Of course, if a Korean says it's okay to use 반말, then you should go for it.
It may be hard at first to distinguish and use both styles well with different Koreans you meet, but if you start now, the practice will pay off later. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Remember also to test yourself with the reviews after each lesson. And don't cheat on them. Try your best to remember everything you've learned.
Yeah, and be a good student like me.
Oh, Jonathan. You are an amusing boy. Have a great day or night, wherever you are. And we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.
안녕히 가세요.